Hey guys, I'm Mira, and if you're new, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. So today we're going to be doing a reading called If You Truly Loved Yourself. We have three piles to pick from, and I channeled a letter for each pile, and I channeled these letters like a year ago. I just found them, haven't read them, so they're completely new to me as well. All right. So these are our pile selections. We have pile number one, and I'm going to show them all to you together as well. Pile number one with Bhakti. Let's see if we can. Here we go. Make it a little brighter. Pile number one. We have pile number two with Santosha or Santosha. And then we have Tamas. All right. So these are our three piles. The timestamps are down below. Pause the video if you need to. All right. I had to get a little thumbnail, right? All right, pile one, you guys chose the Bhakti card. We will get into your card in a couple minutes. We're just going to put your card right there for a second. Now we're going to put it up here. Let's first read your letter. So, remember, have not read any of these letters. I channeled them like a year and some change ago. So, we'll see. So it says, if you truly loved yourself, I'm getting like really short of breath. Maybe some of you guys need to work on some breathing exercises. Maybe you guys are having a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear, a lot of doubt, a lot of worry. Breathing exercises and meditation could really do you some good. So it says, if you truly loved yourself, pile one, you'd act like it. You'd stop draining yourself and treat yourself kindly. You'd use and share your energy wisely. You'd make that move and follow that dream. You'd realize the truth of your potential and regain your power. I'm feeling if you truly loved yourself, you'd change up your entire lifestyle. You'd stop holding yourself back. Your soul wouldn't allow you to. Your spirit guide said you'd stop looking for excuses on why you don't care. I'm sorry. You'd stop looking for excuses on why you don't care for yourself as good as you need to. Your fear would diminish as your trust and confidence in yourself and the universe would strengthen. Your spiritual and emotional healing would reap you physical and financial gain and independence. All right, so this is just spirit saying that if you guys truly loved yourself, you guys would start acting like you loved yourself more. You might say that you love yourself. You might think that you do certain things. I feel like you guys could be the type of people who are always putting yourself last, the type of people who are like, okay, I have these needs, but this person has these needs, so you meet this person's needs before you meet your own needs. And spirit saying that you need to start acting like you love yourself and prioritizing yourself, putting in some self-care habits, some self-care routines, something every day to enjoy yourself. Whether this is making yourself look good because you just feel like you want to look good, you feel better when you look good, right? Or whether it's carving out certain time a day for you to just have your alone space, right? But spirit's saying you need to start acting like it. You need to start acting like you love yourself. All right, if pile one truly loved themselves, all right, how can they work on this? We have Temperance and the Four of Pentacles. Spirit saying that you have a very hard time receiving. Maybe all through your life, you were the one who had to give. So it is very natural for you to put your needs on the back burner for other people and to make sure that everyone else is okay before you cater to yourself. And when you're doing that, you're doing things backwards. We cannot pour from an empty cup, or we can pour we can I'm sort of just getting this video. I'm getting this vision of two cups. This is you right here, and your cup is full, right? And I'm sorry, your cup is like halfway full, and then there's somebody's cup right here, and they got a decent amount of water in there, right? But instead of saying, okay, well, let me fill my cup before I help you fill your cup, 444, you go and you pour all of yourself into them, and that leaves you depleted while it leaves them in their cup overflowing. And this, I don't want to say that is bad or that you shouldn't help other people. and extend your energy, but don't overextend your energy. Don't help people when you know you can't do it, right? Sometimes it might be hard to say, I can't, sorry, no, you know, but learning to say no, learning to tell people, like, no, I genuinely can't right now because I need to focus on me, that is really, really important for you right now. We have the Fool and the Empress. Yeah, you guys, like didn't I say you need to take that move? Yeah, you'd make that move and follow that dream. The Empress in reverse and the Fool right here. So this is all about you taking that leap of faith, all about trying things differently, doing things differently, and following your instincts. I feel like when you deplete yourself, I feel like you would jump off that limb for anybody else, but when it comes to jumping off that limb for yourself, you're like, oh shit, how far of a drop is that? Am I going to be able to make it? Is it going to be okay? But if someone else told you jump, you'd say how high type of energy. And it's sort of like you just need to ride for yourself how you ride for everyone else. And if you truly loved yourself, it wouldn't be a question, right? We literally have the Empress in reverse talk in a reading talking about loving yourself. If that isn't you need to love yourself a little bit more energy, I don't know what the fuck is, right? Especially nurturing your body, taking care of your physical vessel. Yeah, it's like I feel like a lot of y'all do focus on the metaphysical or emotional aspect of things, maybe the spiritual aspect inside of things. But you need to get a little bit more connected into the physical, into your physical body, because the way you treat your vessel is very, very indicative of, like, so your physical health, it bleeds right into your mental and spiritual health, and just like, vice versa. So you need to be taking care of yourself in every area, not just one or two. And don't overpower, like, don't overdo it. Don't drain yourself. Like self-care shouldn't be a job. It should be something that feels good, right? And it doesn't need to be hours and hours a day, just some time, right? All right, let's read your card. We have Bhakti. Let's read this for you guys. Bhakti. Devotion. It says, you have begun walking the path of devotion, Bhakti Yoga. You are devoted to something greater than yourself, your body, possessions, or your desires. This dedication is to the divine. Now it is time to ask yourself, what does divinity mean to me? When do I feel close to the divine? Paths to Bhakti Yoga include kirtan or kirtan, I'm sorry, which is devotional mantras, meditations, and prayers to the gods and goddesses, serving service to those in need, and spending time in nature. The selfless path of Bhakti Yoga takes you to the greatest ecstasy of all, the bliss of devoting yourself to spirit. This definitely feels like, you guys, like I said, you are probably way more in the spiritual than you are in the physical, which might be a reason why you have a hard time showing that self-care to yourself when it comes to your physical body and your physical vessel, especially like implementing like certain physical routines. It might be really difficult for you. Having like a spiritual practice is probably easy for you. It's probably a lot easier for you to connect with the spiritual realms than it is for you to connect with your vessel and other people in this physical realm. You guys might be my spiritualists, my spiritual teachers, my psychics and gurus and stuff like that, and spirit is telling you, with this coming up in the reading, spirit is definitely telling you that yes, having a connection with spirit is beautiful, and you find a deeper meaning in that connection with spirit. However, for this reading, for this card to come up in this particular reading, this is saying, in like, you guys might be doing a lot of connecting to spirit but not enough connecting to yourself. I feel like you guys, your upper three chakras might be a little in overdrive, and your lower chakras might be needing a little work. Okay, so this is focusing your energy in the physical, focusing your energy on grounding yourself, getting more into your physical vessel. Yeah, it's okay to have your spiritual practices and do your meditations and da 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 da, but grounding yourself into the physical. Go doing going to do things with your physical body, moving around, spa days, shit like that, things that bring you back into your physical vessel so that you can appreciate the body, the skin suit that you're in, right? Okay, but that is what I have for you guys. I hope that this message resonated, and I'll see you guys later. Toodles. All right, so pile two, you guys chose this card, Santosha, I think. Yeah, Santasha. I think it's Santosha. All right, let's first read your written channeled message. Remember, I channeled these like a year and some change ago, so I don't remember anything that these messages say. And then we will get into some tarot, and then we will read your card, your oracle, to see what's going on there. So we have pile two. It says, I heard if you truly loved yourself, you'd stop daydreaming about what you desire and go get it. You'd stop doubting you. You'd stop putting yourself down and realize how much you've grown. You'd get yourself up out of that emotional prison of your own making. Yes, your own making. You'd make that, you'd make that change in the direction that you've been thinking about. If you truly loved yourself, you would follow your heart, not your mind, which is currently ruled by your ego, which is probably fear based. We have you'd follow the signs that you are receiving. You'd put your energy into building a steady commitment and foundation. This reading is very much about change, making it and realizing when you have made it. Allow for some forgiveness as well for others and for yourself. Your angels want you to know how protected you are in your endeavors. They are saying your fears are only in your head, so stop letting them control your life. All right, guys. Let's see. How can you guys focus on loving yourself a little bit more? You can stop fighting what you want to say, what you want to do, where you want to be, where you want to go. I feel like there's a lot of communication issues. I'm hearing you need to show other people how to treat you, and this isn't always just telling them. Like, I feel like you guys might tell people, this is how I want to be treated, this is how I want things to be, da 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 da, right? And it might not, like, it might work, but it might not always work. And I feel like it's because you might tell people, you should respect, like, I need you to respect me, I need you to do this, I need you to do this is how I need you to treat me. But it's like you don't respect yourself, you don't love yourself, or at least not as much as you would like to receive from other people. So the love that you want to receive from other people, make sure you're exhibiting it and showing it to yourself, because when people see you treat yourself a certain way, that shows them how they need to treat you. So you can tell them that they need to treat you this way and that way, but if you're not treating yourself that way, the person is not going to treat you that way, because they've seen that this is what you allow from yourself. Okay, so obviously you're going to allow this from me, right? Sort of energy. We have the High Priestess and the Three of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. This is definitely your ego mind right here. I feel like your spirit, your soul knows exactly what is for it, and but your ego mind is, well, what if I miss out on this? Well, what if I lose this? There's a lot of what ifs coming from your ego mind, coming from your fear-based energy, and it's like Spirit wants you to really work on discerning what is ego and what is intuition. For some of you, you need to pay attention to your physical body. I feel like your ego could take, like, when you're having ego or fear-based thoughts, I feel like the energy could really build up in your solar plexus and your root chakra. But when you guys are getting intuitive hits and making the right decisions and stuff like that, I feel like the buildup might be more. You might feel a lot of pressure in your head. You might feel some throat chakra shit, and definitely heart chakra energy, like pressure in the heart and stuff like that. So, excuse me. Pay attention to where you feel energy in your physical body, and also when you are having certain feelings. Excuse me, or you're asking to make certain decisions, just sit with the energy or sit with the feelings for a couple minutes, and like I said, just sort of like map out and like scan out, like, where in your body do you feel these things. Also, look up the breath of life. I think that would be a really, really good meditation for you. Also, you guys would celebrate yourselves more. You guys would go out more, do more things, get dressed up, go party. For some of you females, you need a girls' day. For you people who identify as male, you guys need to go out with your boys, or like whatever. Like going out and having fun in a community. It's like you would stop isolating yourself so much if you truly loved yourself, and to bring that love in a little bit more, start to do these things so that you could sort of get into that feeling, right? All right, guys. So let's get into your card, Santosha. And please correct me if I'm not saying this right. All right, Santosha, Niyama or contentment. It says, you are at a place where you can relax, unwind, and be content with where you are. You have done tremendous work to be at this place. Now is the time to let it sink in and enjoy the fruits of your labor. We often spend our whole lives striving towards the next goal and skipping accomplishments. We never allow ourselves to experience true santosha, which is contentment, for where we are at this present moment. Take a few moments to close your eyes, place your hands on your heart. Place your hands on your heart and breathe. Take in all that is around you, what you've co created, how far you've come, how blessed you are, the people who love you, that you are safe, loved, and supported by the universe. You will not fall behind. You will not fall behind by taking a pause and being content with what you have. In fact, this kappa earthly energy will nourish you throughout all your future endeavors. I feel like that was pretty self explanatory. Spirit saying you've done a lot of the work. You've done most of the work that you need to do. You've done tremendous fucking work. Now it's about enjoying what you've cultivated for yourself. And even if you don't feel like you're exactly where you want to be, realize exactly how far you've come and enjoy the present moment. Because the more you allow yourself to pause and enjoy the present moment of what you created, the more the universe says, okay, let's give more to this person, because obviously they're grateful for it, because obviously they're enjoying it, and obviously it's, like, it's like sort of like their blessings aren't being wasted on you because you're actually being grateful for it. You're not just jumping from one goal to the next goal to the next goal to the next goal and not appreciating or celebrating your accomplishments. You really need to appreciate and celebrate your accomplishments. That would really help you love yourself a little bit more and feel that love a little bit more for yourselves. Get pretty. I'm hearing for some of you, get pretty, go out, put on some makeup, even if you don't, you know. But all right, excuse me. All right, guys, I will see you next time, and I hope this reading resonated with you. Toodles. Oosh, gosh. Pile number 3, you chose this Tomas card. Let's get into your letter, and then we will get some tarot, and then we'll read your card. So I channeled these messages forever ago, like a year and some change ago. So I have not read it. So bear with me. So it says, for this pile, I'm channeling the song "Do You Believe in Magic?" Do you believe in magic? You know that fucking song. So it says, if you don't know, if you don't know it, you may want to check it out. It says, I'm seeing if you truly loved yourself as you should, you would start catering more to yourself. You would treat yourself. You would commit to yourself, to your healing, and focus the love that you give inward. You would really, you really need to nurture your soul and your divine feminine energy. You need to ground yourself. If you truly loved yourself, you would assert yourself and protect your space from the nasty energies you deal with on a daily basis. You'd step into a leadership role and help others to see their own beauty as well. You would work on opening up your heart chakra and letting love in. You'd do for you just as you do for others. And then I heard, embrace the beauty in the pain. Ease up on yourself and give yourself a break. If you loved yourself as you should, you'd know and recognize that if you loved yourself as you should, you'd know and recognize that rest is just as important as work. You would overall take better care of yourself. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. And I do feel like because this card is all about rest. This card is all about rest. It's all about knowing when to put the energy in and when to have that equal rest as well. I'm pretty sure that's what this card is about. I haven't read from these cards in forever, but that's definitely what I'm getting. And it's funny because I was getting sort of like an anxious feeling when I came into your reading, and it says you would protect yourself and your energy from the nasty energies around you. I feel like you guys could be dealing with a lot of people who are not good for you, dealing with a lot of karmic influences and karmic people and karmic cycles. I feel like you guys you entertain a lot of things that maybe aren't necessarily good for you. And a spirit is saying that if you truly loved yourself the way that you should love yourself, and I don't know why I put if you loved yourself the way that you should in this one, because in all the other ones it was like if you loved yourself, if you loved yourself. So you guys might be very triggered if someone says you don't love yourself. And that's okay. It's okay to be triggered. But I feel like you guys don't love yourself to the extent at which you should, and it's giving me a headache. Maybe you guys don't want to hear this, but spirit's saying that you need to do a little bit more shadow work. You need to do some healing work, because right now I feel like you're just pushing all your feelings and everything to the side. You guys might be trying to work on the self-love by like going and taking yourself out and like getting your nails done, getting your hair done, and stuff like that. But it's like you're not doing the internal work that you guys need to be doing to love yourself on a basis that's not superficial. Not saying that the love that you have for yourself is superficial, but it's like, and you need to go more in depth. You need to love yourself mind, body, and soul. And just working on the body is not going to work. It's funny because the other two piles were very much needing to connect more with the body. They've been doing a lot of the mental work that they needed to do, and it's you guys might exhibit your self-care in a way where it's very much about your physical body, always pampering your physical body, working out, um going to the gym, making yourself look good, stuff like that. Meditations, long baths, and showers, and stuff like that, which is really, really good. Physical self care is absolutely necessary. But when you lack that, not when you lack that, but when you ignore or push away the shadow work and the mental emotional work that needs to be done, you can only love yourself to a certain extent, right? We have the Sun and the Six of Cups. One way that you can love yourself better is looking back into your childhood, because this card is about children and this card is about children. We have two children here. For some of you, you need to look back at for some of you, there's something that happened when you were 2 years old, and that's very significant for you to think about and heal. Um, because that's holding you back. Maybe for some of you, it's like a repressed memory as well. I don't know why I'm getting that. I'm getting really, really bad pressure in my head. It's like a lot of things that you guys don't want to think about, a lot of things that you guys don't want to worry about, don't want to think about, like, don't want to revisit. And that might be the reason why you guys are pushing the mental emotional work backwards or like away, because it's like I don't want to revisit that place again. I don't want to I don't want to go back into my trauma, into the things that happened, because it's just going to make me feel like shit. So I would rather just like push it back and move forward. But what you're doing is you're shaking the Pepsi bottle, right? You're just shaking the Pepsi bottle and shaking the Pepsi bottle and shaking the Pepsi bottle. And when you finally do decide, like, if you keep on pushing this back, when you finally do decide, okay, let's open that wound up, let's look at it, let's examine it, it's going to be a whole lot more difficult to deal with than it would be if you worked on dealing with it sooner rather than later. Yeah, being honest with yourself. For some of you, there could have been trauma that came around a male figure in your life, probably your father. For some of you, it wasn't. For some of you, it was a grandfather. Or for some of you, this could have just been you guys were surrounded by a whole lot of wounded masculine energy growing up. And so this is why you are sort of in that energy of I can't show my feelings, I can't have my feelings, I don't want to think about this, I don't want to think about that. For some of you, the ages 2, 6, and 8 are really prominent here. Anything else? how they can work on loving themselves a little bit more, please. All right, we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Is very much revisiting your past. Very much revisiting your past and the things that you don't want to think about. Revisiting the things that feel good, revisiting the things that don't feel good. Like just, and I'm hearing it's really a lot of past work. They just literally like emptied my mind. Is there anything that you guys want to say? We have the Two of Wands. This for some of you could also be like romantic trauma or something like that. Yeah, but for a lot of you, it's very much childhood trauma. It's very much maybe you guys were conditioned not to believe in yourself, not to really love yourself. Maybe you guys were constantly put down, and maybe you guys were literally told that you're not worth anything and that you can't do this or you can't do that or you'll never be successful. For some of you, I heard that like teachers might have told you that you're never going to go anywhere and you're never going to be successful, but that was just their ego. They were just upset maybe because you weren't doing things the way that it was like a scare tactic. But that might have been something that stuck with you. If people told you that you like you just really you're never going to go anywhere, you might have very much believed it, right? And working to not believe all the things that other people have told you, and working to decondition yourself and reprogram, rewire your mind to look at yourself and look at your situations differently, because things don't have to be the way that they were before. Wow, did you just, I don't know if you guys noticed, but it's like we just did a timeline shift. So whoever is still watching this reading at this point, you just shifted timelines. Okay. Look at how fucking bright it got. Like, wow. That's fucking crazy. So we have Tama, 41. All right, it says density, dullness, and inertia. You are in a period of hibernation, which is sometimes needed to blossom into a butterfly. Your body is between lines of a poem, notes of a song, steps of a dance. Use this time to fully rejuvenate your system, allowing proper rest and food. Know when it is time to emerge from your cocoon and show the world the gifts that you've been cultivating. Stillness is only balanced when followed by action. So yeah, spirit is saying to have that balance between work and play. Have that balance between doing the mental emotional work and allowing yourself to then rest and reconnect with your physical body. Like that's what spirit wants you to do. Spirit wants you to sit down and work on the trauma work on the mental work on the shadow work, and then but don't push yourself too much. Remember, it's very very crucial that you take a break when you feel like you need to take a break, so that you don't burn yourself out. Okay. But yeah, literally all these fucking butterflies, and they're white too. You guys are purifying a lot, you guys are cleansing a lot, you guys are doing a lot, you guys are choosing, I feel like you guys are choosing to do a lot more work. Yeah, I feel like it's just a big choice for you guys, but literally my mind is going blank now, so I feel like that's all I have to say. I feel like that's all you guys needed to hear, and I hope this reading resonated with you. I will see you guys later. Toodles.